everyone! So today we are continuing on our spring cleaning journey and we're diving right into the master bathroom, which is always a cringe-worthy moment here on my channel. My master bathroom, for whatever reason, always needs help. I don't know if it is because no one really sees that area or I don't know. I just get ready in there and then I don't think about it for the rest of the day. I don't know what it is. That area of my home is just always the worst. And I want to be better at it. I want it to always look nice and clean like it does now. So that is my goal. We're on this journey together. I will say, if you're a big fan of before and after cleaning videos, this one is gonna feed your soul. Anyways, I'm gonna show you what my bathroom looked like before so you can see the mess that is my bathroom. But before I do that, I wanted to mention the sponsor for today's video. If you've been around here for a while, you know I'm a huge fan of horror movies or any sort of spooky content. It's my favorite thing to have on as I'm cleaning and organizing to keep me company and keep me going. So today's video is sponsored by Shudder, and if you haven't heard of Shudder before, Shudder is a horror and thriller streaming service. So if you're a fan of all things spooky, or you know somebody who's a fan of spooky things like horror movies, thrillers, all that kind of stuff, then this is the perfect platform with all sorts of spooky content, anything from cult classics to blockbuster hits, and then my personal favorite, the Shudder exclusives, which features all sorts of horror and thrillers that you cannot find anywhere else. And then on top of all of that, there's new spooky content added every single week, so you never run out of spooky things to watch. Shudder is $5.99 a month or $56.99 a year, but right now you can try Shudder free for 30 days if you go to www.shudder.com and enter promo code JADE. And you do need to go to the website in order to get the 30 days free. But once you sign up, from there you can stream unlimited spooky content on iOS or Android devices, also Xbox One, Amazon Fire TV, Google Chromecast, and Roku. And I personally stream from my Apple TV and love the interface. But as I'm cleaning and organizing, usually I'll just have it on my phone and just kind of take it with me, because that way I have a little small screen that I can have in little smaller areas wherever I'm working. But also some of my other favorite things on Shudder, if you're looking for some recommendations, I really loved Revenge, Mandy, Summer of '84 was really good. Also The Dark and the Wicked. Also my favorite of all favorites is the Ghoul Log. So the Ghoul Log is kind of like a Yule log, but it's a jack-o'-lantern with a little flame inside. It is a taste of Halloween all year round. So once again, you can try Shudder free for 30 days if you go to www.shudder.com and enter promo code JADE. That's JADE. I will also have it down in the description box for you. Anyways, let's jump into this bathroom clean out. First, I'm gonna show you the before clips. I'm slightly embarrassed by these, but we'll get through it together. It is a whole disaster in this bathroom. So there's all sorts of stuff left out from when we got ready that we just didn't put away. So some of the stuff isn't always this bad, but I will tell you that I have absolutely no excuse for the vanity area. It really looked like that and has been looking like that for a while. I definitely could not shut that drawer all the way, and at this point I couldn't shut it at all. It was basically stuck open. There were things piled on top of it. I don't know, just lots of random stuff. So yeah, that is what my bathroom looked like before. So anyways, before I just die of public embarrassment, let's get into this bathroom declutter, deep cleaning, organizing extravaganza. Let's do it. All right, starting off on my side of the bathroom, we are under the sink, and this is a whole disaster. Just a bunch of stuff, hair products, curling irons, blow dryers, hair brushes, makeup brushes, a bunch of stuff just shoved into one area to where it looks like it's basically blending together, that kind of situation. So I'm just clearing everything out from under the sink and then just starting to go through the products. Most of the products under here are hair products, and I am a hair product junkie. I love all different kinds of things. Mousses, volumizing serums, dry shampoos, shine sprays, heat protectants. I'm just forever obsessed with trying new hair products. So I'm going through all my hair products and deciding what worked for me, what didn't work for me. Anything that didn't work for me, I'm setting aside in a separate bag to pass on, usually to my mom. All right, moving on to my hair tools. I have some blow dryers and curling wands and a bunch of stuff like that, and I'm plugging in any flat irons, curling irons, anything I have to make sure they actually work. I actually found out that one of my curling irons just completely broke. So I had to get rid of that one. But anything else, I just kind of put my wands away, my interchangeable wand situations, cleaned off my blow dryer and removed the back part as well and got any fuzz off that. There was this story somebody told me once about their blow dryer catching on fire because that got clogged. Clean that little area out and put that back on. I've been meaning to do that and just never have. And then I'm just putting everything back into this little bin. I think this is like a magazine bin or something like that I got somewhere. And I just keep my hot tools in it. So it's perfect for that. Anyways, just putting everything back into this little metal container situation. All right, moving on to my brushes, round brushes, teasing brushes, regular good old fashioned hair brushes. And I took each of my brushes out and got any hair out of them, and which I'm doing here. I also have some leftover makeup brushes I didn't do much with. These brushes I usually keep around for Halloween time when I'm using paints or pigments or anything that can stain, that kind of thing. All right, moving on. I'm putting all of my hair products back into this little container situation. I think I got this from Bed Bath & Beyond a long time ago. It's not even, I don't know that I'd even recommend it. I'd recommend almost like a 2-tier situation that helps, like something you can stack for underneath the sink, something that would be a better use of space. This really isn't the greatest, but I'm just putting all my hair products back into this thing. Here we are vacuuming with my handy dandy Dyson, my secret boyfriend love affair. Not really. I'm just obsessed with my Dyson. I'm also going to spray everything down with this Method all-purpose spray, just spraying under the sink area, getting the walls, getting the ground area, getting back behind the little, whatever those things are, pipes. What are those things? Cords? What are those? Whatever. We're just getting everything clean down here, and then we're going to put everything back. So the hair products we organized, the hot tools, my little wax machine is in there. So here is what the before looked like. Oh, it all just blends together, honestly. It's not that bad. No, it's terrible. All right, and here's the after. All right, moving on to the drawer areas on my side of the sink. I have my top drawer kind of ended up being just a junk drawer. It wasn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be like deodorant, little tester things, hair clips maybe, but a bunch of other stuff got thrown in here too, like a door stopper, like random things. Okay. Anyway, so once again, I got my Dyson out and I'm getting any dog hair, dust, anything. And I know I never stop talking about my Dyson, but especially in drawers, there's nothing worse than when you have to dig out dust or dog hair. And just when you think you're scooping it out, then it all falls back into the drawer. Yeah, no. All right. So now here I'm showing you a toothbrush that I got from the Dollar Tree. If you saw the Dollar Tree haul, you saw this toothbrush. Oh, by the way, I sprayed it first with that Method all-purpose spray. Then I went in with this toothbrush and I'm getting in there and I'm scrubbing all of the corners and the little nooks and crannies where dog hair and dirt or sand. I mean, I don't live on a beach, but somehow it makes its way in here. Anyways, just getting it all out. And also anything that ends up stuck on the bottom, the toothbrush helps with that. And then from there, I just finished wiping down the drawer. Okay, so next I started decluttering this drawer. It had a lot of little samples in there, little samples from Sephora and Ulta and just little things that I had accumulated and tried, and decluttered those, anything that had dried up or I didn't enjoy. Also some dental floss I had in here, face masks, jade rollers, all sorts of stuff in here. Then I went in and wiped down the container. I just used some of that Method all-purpose spray and wiped it down, but also soap and water works for these things too. Then I put everything back into the container. In the little front section, I have all my little samples. The next section, I have my hair ties. And then the larger section in that little area has my razors. And then in the biggest section, I have my deodorant and my Tangle teaser. And that's pretty much it for this drawer. This one felt pretty good. So here's the before. And then here's the after, much better. All right, next up, this is supposed to be my facial towel drawer. So the drawer I go to after I wash my face, I need to dry it off, I guess is what it is. But per usual, like my entire life, more random things got thrown into it. So I have mainly facial towels is what I was wanting this drawer to be. But also I keep my shears in here and a couple other things that I'll show you here coming up. But anyways, here I'm just cleaning out this drawer, once again, vacuuming it out and then wiping it all down. And then I start putting everything back. So I put my facial towels back first. Then I put some shears in here, and also I used an old makeup bag and put some headbands in there in case I want to use those to wash my face or work out or whatever. Then I had this extra little acrylic box thing that I used to have Q-tips in, and I decided to put panty liners in there because it's the perfect size. So I just put that in there too. And then I threw in my Tangle teaser, but I ended up putting it back in the top drawer. But here is the before, and then here is the after. This one just makes me want to wash my face. Anyways, this is the bottom drawer. That's where we're at now. It has a bunch of face products mainly, but also some deodorants, because apparently I'm a deodorant connoisseur. I didn't know, but I have a thing for deodorants, especially Old Spice. I like to dabble in the, I don't know what, all the different, Wolfthorn, Bear Glove, a couple different ones. Anyways, some face masks, a couple hair products in here, some of the smaller hair products, some soap to wash my beauty blenders with, and then some random dog things that didn't, like a dog nail clipper that didn't belong in here. Also some travel items and a couple of backstock items were also in here. So I'm just putting them in this container first. A lot of the smaller items ended up in this container because it's easier to keep them contained, I think, hence the name container. And then a lot of the larger items I ended up taking out of this little thing, this little bin thing, and bringing them forward and organizing them up front. All right, so we're done in here. Here is the before and then the after. Still lots of things, but just a little bit more organized. All right, so we're moving on to my husband's side of the bathroom, which he has far less things in his side. Literally just like spillover of my things and then just random things, I think. We're just cleaning out the drawer with the handy dandy Dyson and then wiping everything down and putting everything back. So I have some of my dog's medication in this drawer. My husband, he also dabbles in the Old Spice. A little lighter and his working hands lotion and some wax for our wax warmer that sits next to his sink. So this drawer here, this drawer holds our flat iron and also clippers. So this was quite the hairy drawer. So I just vacuumed it out, wiped it down, put the flat iron back and the clippers, and then tucked them away. Good night. Okay. Next up, we're moving to the cabinet area underneath the sink. This cabinet area, I keep a lot of cleaning supplies, although looking at my bathroom, you would never think I cleaned it, but I do sometimes, I swear. So a couple of first aid things, a lot of dog items, so shampoo, I think there's like a little first aid thing, and then some powder for if I clip their nails too short. So I kind of decided to do the top shelf of the cabinet, all the cleaning stuff, and then the bottom shelf, more dog stuff, but also a couple travel items. So that's exactly what I did here. Started putting away all of the cleaning stuff up top, and then some extra hand soaps for when we run out or when I want to trade them out. And then on the bottom shelf area, I put travel items, dog shampoo, doggy wipes, some wash, like wound wash stuff, and then some pill pockets and their medication, which I ended up putting the medication back into the drawer. I just put it here for some fancy looks, but I don't want to bend down every time I give them their meds. Plus, I don't want a dog or kid to accidentally get into this area. So we don't have kids, but you know, I don't know. In case a small child comes running into our house randomly. Anyways, so this cabinet here is a bunch of more cleaning supplies and then a bunch of towels. So it's basically just a bunch of towels stuffed into this area. So I cleaned out underneath here first, vacuumed it, wiped it all down. And then in this little IKEA container, I put some of my old dish towels in here. These were in my kitchen before I got some new dish towels. So I held on to these to have upstairs in case, I've mentioned this before, but my dogs are getting older and in case they have an accident. I also threw in some rubber gloves and then put it under the sink and put a couple of cleaning supplies on top. So some floor cleaner, all-purpose cleaner, things I would clean up a dog mess with. And then also some extra towels. These towels would kind of be for when we bleach our hair. They're not our fancy towels kind of thing. They're already kind of damaged and already have bleach on them from when we've done our hair before and decided to have dark towels in the process. So here I'm just wiping down the front of the cabinets and getting in all the nooks and crannies. And also this is where the toothbrush comes in handy, in all the little corners, but also in the little handles, like on the inside of the handles, just to give it a little scrub in there and wipe them down. So here is the before of this cabinet and the after. This one was another one that felt really good. All right, moving on to this little cabinet. This is our hair coloring cabinet. So on the top shelf, I have all the stuff we use for bleaching our hair mainly. So bleach and developer. And then on the bottom shelf, mainly hair color. So toners, colors, like semi-permanent colors, that kind of thing. So here's my little, I do have some hair colors in here, but this is mainly my toner box and leftover color box, I think. So ones that have already been opened. So I kind of sorted through that and then started putting everything away. And I stuck with the same plan as before, where I have all my bleaching supplies on the top shelf and then all of my semi-permanent colors and toners on the bottom shelf, as well as some gloves. So there was the before, and here is the after. All right, moving on, this area, this is my vanity area. And this area, there's absolutely no excuse other than the fact that I just let it get out of control every single time. I just leave things in this drawer. I don't take it back to my office where I have all of my makeup stored nice and fancy. I could just take it back to its place, but I don't do it. And I have no excuse for it. I just let it get that way. I could barely even sit at this area and do my makeup. If you saw the before images in the beginning, yeah, you couldn't even close this drawer. I had to take things out of it in order to close it to be able to do the opening shot. It was that bad. Anyways, I'm just going in and I vacuumed it out, and now I'm scrubbing it down with my toothbrush and really just preparing this whole drawer for a fresh start. All right, so next we're going through every last thing that was in that drawer that was just cluttering it up, and I slowly but surely got through it. It's mainly makeup, just going through things. And I had a couple different bags going on. I had one bag for items that could go into my office and be stored with my other makeup. A lot of those items are items I don't wear every day, or things that I'm switching up or have duplicates of, I will put in my office. Or things like, like different colored eyeliner or glitter or things I don't wear all the time, I will put in my office. And then the other bag was for my mom. So I put some makeup brushes that I wasn't using or had duplicates of, some blushes that were maybe either too warm or too dark, pass them on to her, and that kind of thing. So I had a separate bag for her, and then another bag for recycling, and then I had trash separate, but anything that had dried out or I had expired. Anyways, I cleaned out the containers and wiped them down and put them back into the drawer. And then I started putting my makeup back into these little containers, and it ended up being kind of an aesthetic, and I don't know. I got all inspired to maybe do a seasonal aesthetic in this vanity drawer, because I feel like it would inspire me to keep things clean and organized, but also switch things up. So I'll have different blushes and lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes in here. I can do different themes or color schemes, or just, work it around different holidays, or I don't know. I just got all inspired. Anyways, we'll see how it goes, if this keeps me motivated. Anyways, here I'm just putting everything away, and I also have kind of my everyday things mixed in here with an aesthetic. So my foundation, concealer, that kind of thing. I think I took forever on this, and it was worth every second because it just fed my soul. So there's the before mess, and then the after. I mean, I feel like this isn't even my vanity. Like, I'm not even like, my vanity is always a mess. What is this? Anyways, moving on to the top of my vanity, I'm clearing everything off, just a bunch of stuff. Lots of random things, anything from jewelry to makeup to eyelashes to I had some random old extensions hidden back in the corner. Also went through all of my liquid lipsticks in this little liquid, it's not a liquid lipstick holder. It's just an acrylic drawer set thing I got from Bed Bath & Beyond several years ago. And I keep my liquid lipsticks in here. So I just took them all out, wiped down all of the drawers, and also sorted through all of my liquid lipsticks. I had some in here that were probably from, I don't know, maybe 2015 that would have burned my lips off if I even thought about putting them on my lips. So I did go through these and look to see if they were expired or how long I had them or if they were dried out, that kind of thing. Oh, wait, here's where the hair was. If you can see it in there, the green hair. When's the last time I had green hair? Who knows how long it's been back in that corner. Okay, anyways, just clearing everything out. Before I started wiping down my countertops, I went ahead and started dusting, and I like to work from the top down. So I start in the corners and get all the cobwebs. Then I got the light bulbs, which I didn't used to do. I feel like maybe I did it a couple times, but I read something the other day about dust on light bulbs catching on fire. Oh my gosh. So I wiped those down, okay, because we don't want that. And here I'm showing a Mrs. Meyer's bottle. This isn't actually Mrs. Meyer's inside of this bottle. I like to recycle the Mrs. Meyer's bottle and fill them up a third of the way with vinegar and the rest with water and use them to wipe down my mirrors. It's literally the only way I will wipe down my mirrors now because it does not leave one little tiny streak on there. And even if you just get crazy with it, it still doesn't streak. Or even if you get lazy with it, still doesn't streak. All right, so here I'm using the Clean Freak spray, which I love this stuff too, but it wasn't getting up because this vanity was filthy. Let's face it, was filthy. Wasn't getting up this sticky, I don't know if it was eyelash glue. I think it was eyelash glue, if you want my honest opinion, or it was that or nail, like I use these sticky things to stick on nails, something like that. Anyways, I took some makeup remover balm, any sort of oil would do, and kind of like rubbed it in there, and so it kind of broke it up a little bit, and then I used a card, like a credit card, to kind of scrape it off. And then I started putting everything back. And I did something totally different when I put things back, just went with something a little more simple. By the way, those little skull containers are from Michael's around Halloween time if you're looking for them. But I put my liquid lipsticks in one corner, my vanity little mirror, my close-up mirror on the other, and then my makeup brushes in the center, and kind of just went with something a little bit more simple. Anyway, so moving on to the other side of my counter space, just taking everything off, and I'm gonna get ready to wipe it all down. Started with the mirrors. You'll see here once again with that vinegar and water. I cannot stop. I did not know this was a thing until, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago, and now I can't stop talking about it because I don't know how I ever lived without it. It's so inexpensive, but like I don't even have to try, and there's not one streak, and it's crystal clear. I don't get it. Anyways, now I'm spraying the the Clean Freak spray into the corners everywhere, and went in with my toothbrush and got in the nooks and crannies. And I also have my sponge. This is one of those ones that has like the rough, it's like the whatever daddy or scrub mommy, scrub daddy, whatever it is, going in and just scrubbing this. I love these sponges. They're so good. And then wiping everything down. And oh, by the way, my sink there, in case you're wondering what happened to my faucet, it literally crumbled in my hands. These are really outdated anyways. We just didn't want to change them. We were wanting to kind of remodel our bathroom and get new countertops, and then COVID happened and put a stop to all of that. So I just need to get new faucets, and we can do the countertops later. But anyways, I need to order them. That was like months ago. This is my life. Anyways, so it literally crumbled in my hands. I went to reach and turn on the faucet, and I was like, oh, whammy. Anyways, moving on. We're just scrubbing the cabinets. If you're a procrastinator like me, put your hands up in the air. Oh God. Okay. Anyways, we're just wiping down the cabinets. Nothing too fancy, just getting it all clean. It actually looks so much better. I mean, I always underestimate the cabinets. All right, so here I'm just putting everything back onto my counter. I have this little mini fridge that I'm cleaning out. And this is a new addition to the household, actually. And I got this refrigerator. I keep my skincare in here too, so it does serve more than one purpose. But we got it because, and some people, if you're a dog parent, I feel like you're gonna understand, or a pet parent. We got this because my dog was started on medication that has to be refrigerated. So I got a little refrigerator because we give our dogs their meds before bed, and we've turned off all the lights and everything. And we have to go back downstairs because we forget. So having a fridge in there is nice and handy. And I also keep my skincare in there. So anyways, here I'm just refilling all of my things that, so my Q-tip holder, my little cotton pad holder, and then my other little canister that I keep little dental floss sticks in there, or picks, or whatever those things are. And then all of those canisters you just saw, all of these are Jonathan Adler. And then I'm just putting everything back into their little place, just playing around with a couple things. And then I have a little ceramic hand thing. And this is from Home Goods a couple years ago. And it's a ring holder. So I just put my rings on there. And then a little candle, and also another little orange canister that's from Jonathan Adler as well. Then I'm just putting back my skincare stuff. And then I think we're moving on to my husband's side. Yes, we are on my husband's side of the sink, and we're going to start taking things off and deep cleaning this area. So once again, starting with the mirror and just working my way down. And once again, you can see where it's gonna like it would normally streak, and then it doesn't. That's what blows my mind. Okay, anyways, and then taking the what is it called? Clean Freak. I always forget the name of this product. And spraying that and getting in all the nooks and crannies, and also getting in there with the toothbrush and making sure I get in, especially like in those deep crevices in the corners, definitely get in there and just wiping everything down and getting it all nice and clean. This sink, for whatever reason, always gets a lot of water that will sit in little areas. It's just the worst. I clean this sink probably more than any sink in my house, and it looks always like the dirtiest sink, just because there's always a lot of water in this area, and it's always a mess. But it is what it is. I think maybe getting a sink that doesn't have a lip like this, like that kind of like where it just sits there, I think that might help the situation, but we'll see. We'll see where we're at when we get to the point of remodeling. Anyways, we're not there though. We're just chilling where we're at. All right. So here I just plugged in my wax warmer, which I got that from Walmart last year. If you were out Halloween decor hunting with me, we found it at Walmart. We've been looking for years for that thing. So here I'm just wiping down my husband's little cologne tray. It's just a bath tray I got from Home Goods, and then wiping down his colognes with the vinegar and water mixture. And then here is the before of his sink area. And then the after. It looks like a whole different sink. I didn't think it was going to be that much of a difference because his is never that bad. But yeah, here's my side before, and then the after. Oh my, the vanity part it's almost like it's not even in the same bathroom. So just showing you some close-ups of the sink area, and then a little before and after of the top of the vanity area. That before was on another level. And then the after, I can actually sit here and get ready in the morning. It's been really nice, not gonna lie. All right, now we're moving on to the disgusting part of this video, my shower, which we ran into this situation last time. If you watched my last bathroom clean out, I don't know why I am so bad with my shower. All right, so before I start jabbing my jaws about how embarrassed I am about this situation, I'll tell you what I kind of did to get that disgusting grout. Get the stains out of it or whatever growing on it. Whatever situation that was happening here. What I do is I go in with, this is a Pinterest situation that I saw years ago, this toilet bowl cleaner. It's a separate cleaner. I don't use this one on my toilet. I keep this one separate for grout specifically. And it's the toilet bowl cleaner with the bleach in it. I squeeze it into the grout lines, let it sit for a little bit, and then go in with a toothbrush, or even those bigger brushes, like the bigger shower brushes even, I will go in. But in the really pesky areas, I try to go in with a smaller little brush. And then I go in and scrub it, which you'll see I'm doing here, and it works wonders. I have tried so many different sprays and everything else, natural products, all this stuff. And I really do like using natural products if I can, especially for everyday cleaners. But for situations like this, I feel like the natural cleaners barely do anything, and then it's double the work. So I just break out the big guns for this situation. My lungs may be actually collapsing at this point, but it was worth it in the end. No. I was lucky because I had a couple of nice days when I was doing this. So I just had my windows open, exhaust fan on. So it wasn't too bad. And then I go in with, if you have a spray shower head, this would be so much easier. Note to self, I need to get a spray shower head. But I just took a big cup of water and just dumped it over it to get the bleach off after I scrubbed it. And then I'm just going through and cleaning the rest of the shower. But this area is always a problem for me. And when we bought this house, I was like, look how big the shower is. It has 2 shower heads and a bench. Oh my God. And I definitely didn't think about how long it would actually take me to clean this thing. That was a little bit of an oversight. So I totally plan on including this into my weekly cleaning, but I end up procrastinating every single time just because it takes so long to clean this shower. I'm like, oh, I'll do it next week. Oh, I'll do it next week. And then it just doesn't happen. And then we end up here to where it takes 10 times longer because I just didn't do it. So I just need to get on a better schedule with it and keep up with it. It's just so easy to neglect this space, especially those tiny tiles on the floor. They will be the death of me, I swear. No. Anyways, just scrubbing this bench off with a magic eraser and getting all this gunk off. This kind of became a little bit of a dumping ground for hair products we were trying, just shampoos and conditioners, deep conditioners, that kind of thing. I was trying a bunch of stuff. So I cleared off the stuff I wasn't using and put back the stuff I'm actually using. And that's where we're at with it. Still a little collection there, though. And now we're moving on to the most disgusting part. This is where I'm supposed to stand and dry off. My husband and I stand here and dry off. And I just can't believe I actually stood here and dried off here and was like totally okay with it. But anyways, now we're taking it on. We're doing it. It's been a dark winter and we are coming out in the spring strong. We're scrubbing that grout. We're getting in there. I'm basically my own hype woman right now, but for real though, if you can't hype up yourself, who can you hype up? Get it cool, get in that grout. Get in there with that bleach, scrub it. And the worst part about this area is, it's kind of out in the open. So this is like easily an area like in the corners where the dog hair can start accumulating. Anyways, just no shame in keeping it real around here, I guess. Just showing you my dirty shower. I feel like we're having an intimate moment right now. But I don't know. I thought maybe at least showing this part, if you're in a similar situation where you kind of put things off, or maybe you're just not motivated to do it, or maybe you had a rough winter or whatnot, or let's face it, a rough year, if we're all being honest here. But, life happens and your shower will be there, ready to get bleached, get into that grout, scrub it, get it. Anyways, that's kind of my spiel on that. So we're still scrubbing this shower, this tile, this floor tile. If when we ever get around to remodeling this, I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but if we do, I'm not going with small tile. I'm just going to put it out there. Not with this tiny grid pattern. Not doing it. Not going to do it. Nope. Anyway, is this school done yet? Because I'm ready to see some before and afters of this. Oh, no, we're still going in on that grid tile. Just scrubbing it, still scrubbing 3 hours later. Oh, yeah. Oh, different scrubber. Yep, we're still going. And finally, we're wiping it away. By the way, I used a wet cloth to wipe everything away and just kept rinsing it out with water and then wiping it away and then let it air dry. All right, so here are some before and after, finally before and after clips of this shower. That before is on another level. And then the after, it looks like a whole different shower. Let me tell you, that bleach in a bottle, that toilet bowl cleaner, it's a miracle worker. And this before, oof. Look at those corners. Let me just point that out to you. And then the after, it's so clean. I didn't even recaulk that, you guys. That's just how it was. I can't believe I got all the weird hair and moldy stuff off. Anyways, here we're just cleaning off some blinds. I got this blind cleaner off of, did I say blind weird? Blinda cleaner from Amazon. I'll link it in the description. I'm actually really enjoying it. It has like a cloth situation where you can kind of clamp it over the blinds on one side, and then the other side is a brush where you can get in the little nooks and crannies. All right, so once the blinds are all clean, I roll them up and I am ready to wipe down the window. And I first dusted it off using a Swiffer wipe, and then I went in with my vinegar and water mixture and wiped down the window. And if it looks like there's still specks of water on there, it's because it was raining. So that was from the outside. And now I'm just taking down some laundry and picking up things off the floor and all of my rugs. I'm also vacuuming my rug really quick just to get some hair off. And that way when I take it down to the washer, I don't have to worry about a bunch of hair coming off of it and ending up in my wash. All right, so here I'm cleaning out my tub. I'm starting off by dusting my tub first with a Swiffer wipe. And then I'm going to go in and fill up my tub with hot water, and I'm going to clean my jacuzzi part, clean out the jets. So I fill it up with hot water, turn on the jets, put in about a half of a cup of white vinegar, and then just like kitchen vinegar, and then I throw in a dishwasher tab. I've seen this done on TikTok, but I actually got the idea off this Aldi Facebook group where people were saying they bring dishwasher tabs with them to hotels that have jacuzzi tubs and clean the tub before they get in it. And I thought that was brilliant. I was like, oh, I just need to throw a dishwasher tab in there. So I tried it because I didn't want to get all the fancy stuff. All right. So then look at that. That's like skin, I think. And, dust. This wouldn't be a spooky channel without some skin in the tub. All right, so while my jets are running, I'm going to leave them running for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go in and start vacuuming my baseboards and my floor. So I go in with my handy dandy Dyson and I put my brush attachment on and get in there. And then I put my vacuum attachment on and then I vacuum the floor per usual. And my floors aren't in terrible shape because I do keep up with this with my floors during my weekly cleaning. So they're not as bad. Like the grout isn't as bad as the other areas, like my shower. Anyways, now I'm going in with I just used some all-purpose method spray and a sponge and a cloth, and I got into the areas and wiped down the baseboards and also the floor around the baseboards so I can get out any gross things around there, or I can get up close into the corners and stuff like that. And then I'm just spot cleaning the grout. So I use some of that what's it called? Dang it, the deep cleaning spray, the Mr. Clean one. Clean Freak, that's what it is. And I'm spraying that, just doing some spot cleaning wherever the grout looked a little bit grimy. But there was no need to actually get in there and bleach the grout or anything because everything was pretty under control, which I'm proud of myself on that front. We like the big tile around here. We do okay with that, apparently. Anyways, now I'm just going in with my Swiffer mop and mopping the floor. And then I'm hanging up some towels, just some fresh white towels, and spraying down my tub. I ended up emptying my tub. And some people like to refill their whole tub after it's emptied, but I just go in with a big cup and just kind of like I did in the shower and fill it up with water and just kind of dump it around the tub just to kind of get it all rinsed off. I just feel like it wastes less water, so that's just how I feel about it. But I mean, do whatever works for you. But then I just go in one more time and spray down the tub, wipe it down one last time, get off any dead skin or any dust or anything that was left on the sides, and give it a good wipe down, and also wipe the tile down around the tub. All right, so now I'm cleaning the toilet. I've got some Method toilet cleaner stuff, and I'm using the Clean Freak spray and also my scrubber and scrubbing the toilet after the stuff does its job, that cleaner stuff. And this scrubber has like an extra little side scrubber where you can get under the lip. I'll try to find it and link it in the description for you if I can find it. So I also cleaned around the toilet and like under the toilet and stuff like that. But here's the thing. This toilet is in this small, it's in like a baby room, not like an infant room, like a small room by itself. So wherever the camera was, and then I was trying to get in there and clean, and it just ended up being all out of focus and my arm was in the way, and the shots didn't turn out. So I did get a shot of the toilet, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, we've already moved on past that. So now I'm just showing a bunch of before and after so we can see what we did today. And this is the part that just feeds my soul. I love this part, the before and afters. So yeah, I'll just continue to show these clips, and that's it. We did it. Anyways, thank you so much for cleaning with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Say hey ghoul hey down in the comments, because you know I love talking to you. And if you want, we can have a little fun in the comments. Let me know in the comments your least favorite place to clean in your home. Or maybe it's just the one place that just isn't, like, you just always put it off, or it's not your favorite, or it just gets left behind. But to keep it positive and also be our own hype people, also let me know in the comments your proudest space. So maybe it's in your house, or maybe it's in your room, or maybe it's just in your life. Anyways, we're done. We've been done. I've just been here chit-chatting. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.